Well, it's time now to honor this year's team selection. The 1995 women's volleyball team. This team was coached by Sheryl Sousa and Sue Edwards and achieved numerous program firsts in a record-setting fall season. This group captured both SUNYAC and New York State championships, then broke through with the program's first NCAA tournament selection. The conference title was especially meaningful since it was earned and celebrated next door on the West Gym floor. The team went 40-9 and rattled off a record 18 straight match wins along the way. The win percentage from the season, 82%, also setting a school record. Once more, draw your attention, please, to the video board.
"41 wins coming back from 1994. We had the Fab Five coming back. I think for all of us, we just wanted to win.
From what I recall, I think the expectation from Sheryl and I were like heightened, if you would, because we had the majority of people coming back. So, and I think Sheryl said it pretty good that, like, I think we can do this.
We were just focused match to match, focused on the details, focused on just playing at the highest level we could, at being the best team that we could be. And while it was actually happening, I don't know that I was realizing that it was going to be as special as it was.
I think for us, one of the biggest motivators going from 1994 into 1995 was that we really wanted to make nationals. I think that was like key. Like, I think everyone agreed, like, hey, we're having fun, this is great, we enjoy getting better, being competitive, etc., but let's make nationals.
We achieved this amazing season as a team, 100%. Everyone was on board with the commitment that we made to play volleyball and play it to the best of our ability.
We knew if we were going to compete regionally, we had to have the strongest schedule we could and to compete at the highest level that we could. And that was part of the thinking behind our trip to Colorado College early in the season.
They were good teams. And for us to have beaten them and, like the time change, the elevation change, I think that just showed our grit and tenacity that weekend. And so for us to do that early in the season, to then come back, really did set the stage, I think, for the rest of the season.
The camaraderie again with them was fun too. It wasn't all work. It was, you had your goofballs, and the goofballs would make the others relax, if you will. And, don't put a lot of pressure on them. And I think that's why we were so successful.
I think SUNYAC championships for me is like the pinnacle probably of the whole season, probably my whole career playing volleyball at Binghamton.
I'm so proud of how this unique group of 19 individuals, 14 players, 2 coaches, 2 student athletic trainers, and a team manager, how this unique group of individuals came together and they really did something special and they made history.
It feels really special to be a part of something that has stood the test of time. I think that's really beautiful. I think that is something that will stand for another 30 years and maybe 30 years beyond that, who knows. I always say records are kept to be broken. So I hope one day somebody could break these records. But for now, we're gonna enjoy this celebration and reflection on such a beautiful time in all of our lives.
'95 women's volleyball team, forever enshrined in the Binghamton University Athletics Hall of Fame. At this time, we'd like all the members of the 1995 women's volleyball team who are here today to please come forward to the stage area and stand behind team representatives Marnie Andrews, Lauren Kayacha, Marina Havachuk, and Michelle Kim, who will speak on behalf of the team. Also here with us today are head coach Sheryl Sousa, assistant coach Sue Edwards, players Nicole Canistrayer, Colleen Cashman, Lee Houghton, Don Kenyon, and Joyce Tavallarius, trainers Zoriana Zobnu, and Julianne Fries, and team manager Brian Lewis. Please come forward to the stage area.
Where everybody gets up there?
Yeah.
What are we doing? We're getting everybody up here? Yep. Okay.
Thank you.
Take 2 rows if you have to.
Short in the front?
Yeah, come on.
Vertically challenged. Okay. Marina, come here.
Oh, is that hers? No, so we don't block people behind us.
Yeah, we're gonna block.
You guys hold this.
We're gonna take a picture first.
Oh, we are.
Yeah.
Dawn, you wanna go in front of me?
Yeah, don't, come on.
Where are we looking?
Come on, coach.
Photo. All right. Over there.
Don't, come on. You're good. Save it, yeah.
I'm holding. Thank you.
Congratulations, ladies.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of the 1995 Binghamton University volleyball team, we're truly honored and grateful to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. First, we want to thank the Hall of Fame Selection Committee for this incredible honor and recognizing our accomplishments. We would also like to congratulate our fellow inductees. It's inspiring to hear about your journeys and achievements, adding to the proud history of Binghamton athletics. Being on campus this weekend brings back treasure memories. Looking back, the '95 season was incredible and magical, but what I remember the most about that season isn't the wins, well, other than the championships. It's the time that we spent with each other on and off the court. We were a tight-knit group who believed in each other, pushed one another, and always put the team first. I will always remember going to an early season tournament in Colorado and going to Pikes Peak, the Air Force Academy, the Olympic Training Center, and driving through Estes Park in our futile attempt of wildlife sighting. So once again, thank you to the Hall of Fame Committee for giving us this incredible honor. We're so proud to be standing here together 30 years later. And in true team fashion, we'll be sharing our speech. Don't worry, John. So next up is Marnie Andrews-Cooley.
Thank you, Michelle, for that set. Who up here remembers Oh What a Night? That was our special play for when we had a really perfect free ball pass. Michelle or Marina had to choose a shoot, a front one, or a back one, because we were all coming in for that hit. And when it worked out, the other team never knew what was coming. They never knew what hit them. This team is absolutely special. I think I fully knew it junior year, because by junior year, Sheryl and Cash had put up with me and my know-it-all attitude and helped me grow as a player and a person through the awesome sport that is volleyball. My Pepper partner and best friend, Lauren, along with Michelle and Julianne, who are also up here today, they invited me to live with them in the grad community, so we were all sharing an apartment. And then Cash announced she was resigning as assistant coach and announced that she was enrolling at Binghamton and was going to be joining our team because she knew it was special too. And that was when Sue joined us as assistant coach, and Dawn transferred and joined the team as well. And it was all the puzzle pieces that were just clicking into their perfect places. Some might call it providence, like me. That's what I would call it now. God loves humility, and our humble team just kept on getting those wins. Maybe God is a volleyball fan? Just throwing that out there. Sheryl and Sue saw the drive in all of us, and they fostered the culture of selflessness in the name of being a team, and that team culture has served me ever since the last season. I left college already understanding that I can't do anything by myself. This team showed me that. Our wins were just a true team effort in every way. It's been 30 years, but learning how to be part of a team is what I've taken with me through all of the various life paths I have walked down, and 30 years it's a lot of paths to walk down. So thank you, Sheryl and Sue. Thank you for bringing us all together in those moments, all those little detail moments that Sheryl mentioned. Your leadership was key to unlocking what we could do together. I did get a bachelor's degree from Binghamton University, but I majored in volleyball at Binghamton Volleyball University. And it is now my honor to welcome Marina.
Thinking back to the beginning and when it all started for some of us, a lot of players at that time were new, as well as Coach Sheryl. No one was recruited to the team ahead of time or was selected based on the videos of their amazing plays in advance. Everyone just showed up to the tryouts and did their best to try to get on the team. I personally just found out about the tryouts a few hours earlier when I called the athletic department. I remember when the team was selected, how some of the older players were upset they didn't make the team, because with the old coach, they expected to be grandfathered in, but not with our new coach. Coach Sheryl was concerned for everyone's well-being and safety, and she probably almost had a heart attack when she saw me show up to the first day of tryouts in shoes like Cats that I brought from Soviet Union that had no support. So as soon as the announcement was made that I made the team, she took me to the shoe store in Vestal and got me my first sneakers. We had a lot of freshmen that year who didn't know how to play well together or understand my thick Russian accent. But upperclassmen who were selected by our coaches were very good and taught us a lot. And we used numbers to run plays, so no language barrier. Every year after our team got stronger and improved with the addition of new great players, and my accent improved. I also wanted to mention that being on the team was demanding, as every athlete here knows. Practice every day, tournaments away every weekend. Not sure about my teammates, but my days during the season had no breaks. My day usually started with a work study before 9 a.m. class, followed by classes, then practice, then more classes or homework. Volleyball superseded not just life on campus. For example, I didn't even see the inside of the frat house till my spring semester. but it also superseded holidays, which I spent on the court, and family, who understood my dedication since my father is a volleyball coach and a player himself, and instilled in me the love for the sport. All this time on and off the court, practicing together and helping each other in the game we love, my team became like a second family to me. We cheered together, we encouraged each other, we motivated each other, and unfortunately, sometimes we sprained our ankles together and keeping our trainers busy. And in just 4 short years, we achieved what we're celebrating today, something that we couldn't have imagined when we started. And now, for the great finale, I pass on the mic to Lauren Kayacha.
No pressure at all. Obviously, I'm the Labrador Retriever of the group. Okay. First of all, for me, I just want to say thanks. My mom is here. Hi, Ma. She definitely was somebody who instilled, like, do anything you want to do and go after it. She's not a sports person, but she supported that. And my dad, who's no longer with us, he was the sportsman and encouraged me to play all the games I wanted to play. But without both of them, I definitely wouldn't be here today or have had the opportunities that I had. Along those lines comes my first college coaches into the sport of volleyball, both Sheryl and Cash, who took a chance on me, a kid from Queens who only picked up the sport of volleyball the year before. And I was really raw and uncooked. And I just kind of counted really loud at tryouts. I was like, I need them to, like, recognize me. And somehow I made the team. And from there, all these other stories came. I mostly remember loving coming back for August practices, just being on campus when no one else was here, doing double sessions. I mean, that was the fun stuff for me. I really enjoyed working hard, seeing the improvements, being pushed to the limits. I don't know if Sheryl remembers this, but at one point, I think me, Marnie, and Michelle went to your office and we were like, we still need you to, like, push us harder. Like, it's okay, we can handle it. So when you talk about being physically present, this group here that's standing here before you, we were really intense for 30 years ago. We were women's sports before women's sports are the way they are today, and I'm really grateful for the opportunities that Binghamton provided young female athletes in the 90s, right? Like, think about it. We sit here today and we see women's sports on TV. That wasn't a thing when we were doing our thing. And Binghamton University, they treated us fairly and provided basically these opportunities that, you know, I don't know about the other girls, but at least my friends weren't getting back home. And for me, that was life-changing. In fact, I wound up pursuing a career in education and sports. So because of Binghamton, it really drew that out of me. Some other images of another time and another place, so far away and yet so clear in my mind. And yesterday when we were at that block party, was coming back, we were really intense. Like, when you talk about people who like to win, forget like to win, we had to win. There was no other option. And we had some of the most raw celebrations you can imagine in sport, like chest bumps and, like, high fives where people got hurt after. Okay, yeah, we're like, bah! Okay, we valued team over everything. We weren't free of our share of disappointments, like Marina mentioned, injuries, setbacks, but we overcame those things, and we you know, went against, you know, the proverbial odds, both individually and as a team. As I mentioned, Binghamton provided these opportunities for us, for all of us, but what I most enjoy about this weekend, hearing the other inductees, it seems like a common theme, that it's just positive vibes, happiness, right? Like, bring back the passion that we had when we were competing. We're also grateful. I joked with my fellow speakers as I saw the speeches and I was going last. I'm like, that's a lot of thank yous. It's like, thank you, thank you, thank you very much. But we're super grateful, and there's no other way to say it. Thank you, John. Thank you, Sheryl. Thank you, Binghamton. There's nothing but love from this group on this stage. I mean, we had a lot of love for each other. We had male practice players before male practice players were a thing. So Brian, you know, I mean, like, he would hit at us like you wouldn't believe, like, no mercy, right? Like, this guy was just like, you want to get better? I'll bring it, okay?
Finally, just want to mention that play that Marnie said earlier. I think we had renamed it, and I think we called it like, oh, beep. I can't believe we're running this play. And it was just like a full-on attack. Yep, there's nothing really else to say. Thanks for listening to 3 different people come up here and share the love that we had for both Binghamton, our team, one another. Yes, this is our second family. It's my first family in a lot of ways, because I came from a small family, so I really appreciate the love that my teammates always shared. Marnie said I had to mention our apartment again and all the parties we had up there. But we did like chocolate fondue, you know, like we weren't like just always drinking. It wasn't just about that. Things our coaches, wink, wink, didn't really know about, but we did these things, and I'm happy to be here, happy to be in the Hall of Fame, happy to be inducted with a 7-footer. How cool is that? We're like, yeah, this guy, man, yo, he's awesome. The fast lane, soccer from the 70s. I mean, this is awesome, right? So thank you again. I probably went over my time. Sorry, John. Yeah, and I'm gonna take a selfie up here, okay? So, guys, with you all in the background, turn around, everybody.